In collecting, it's quality, 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 right? It's the mantra that we all pursue. And in modern issue coins, it's that 69 and 70, near perfect and perfect. We're always trying to be able to afford. Are we going to get lucky if we send the coins in for certification ourselves? But when you go back to vintage coins, we're talking 150-year-old stuff. The game changes, because then mint state or uncirculated matters. But then the degree of uncirculated, going from a 61 to a 62, a 63 to a 64, or a 65 to a 66, which doesn't happen often. That's fun. And tonight, for at least a couple of minutes, we're going to talk about the Morgan dollar in 66. That is the 1881 San Francisco. Now just look at this shot. Look at it. I mean, you can see the X across the coin. That's the lighting in the studio here with me tonight, bouncing across the coin. That is how brilliant these are. Brilliant examples. But let's talk about this one, because it's amazing when you go back and look at the history of the number one silver dollar ever. And again, I reference that because there are a number of people that have spent their life on the series of the Morgan dollar. I mean, I've been doing this for 50 years. However, there are many people that just do the Morgan dollar and study the Morgan dollar and put together some beautiful works. John Highfield, Miller, Love, they're just great pieces of works to read, just insight on what they've seen with a half a century of understanding or trying to understand the Morgan dollar series. But they all agree with one thing. If you rank all 29 Philadelphias, all 28 San Franciscos, 13 Carson cities, 26 New Orleans, the one Denver, and you rank them with the coin that is the best strike, coin in, coin out, one stands out. It's this one. It's the 81S. It is the coin. It is the coin. Now, here are some just numbers, and those of you that have been with me on a coin show before know that the stories are wonderful and I talk about them, and we're not going to not miss out, or at least try not to, but I balance things by numbers in my head, right? If there's 10 of this and 2 of this, which one's rarer? Duh, the 2, right? What are the percentages? Well, the percentages mean one thing, but what are the inverted numbers? They all have value. And now the more information we get, the better we can make decisions with, right? Going back before NGC started, which would say the middle of the 1980s, right? I was a youngin' doing it at that time, but the way we understood the coin market was when you go to a show, you don't find something. That's a tick in your brain, right? Or a tick in your book if you kept track, because if somebody wants you to find a coin and you've never seen it, you're not going to say, I can find it. You're going to hunt for it, right? The Great American Coin Hunt. Well, with NGC, PCGS, the independent grading services now that are a significant part of this industry and have been for the last 40 years, some of the numbers are a staggering number. NGC alone, listen to this one. They have certified 4.3 million Morgan dollars, all grades, from VG to the beautiful 68s, which are the finest known, right? 4.3 million, right? Sounds like a lot, considering there's only 28 years, right? 5 mints, of which 4 of them were the primary workload. But here is the other thought. 1881, which is the finest struck coin in the history of the Morgan dollar. Well, if it's that well struck, then there should be a few more of them out there because it was struck so well, and the answer is yes. Here are its numbers. The last 40 years, 306,835. That's the number of 81S's that NGC has certified. But here is the second number. In 66, 67, 68, all added together, all the premium coins, it's 28,214 as of today. Think about that. Less than 10%. This nice. Now, for kicks and giggles, my competition on the same exact piece is $550. Another one's at $579. So we're looking at $150 to $200 less, and it's the same beautiful NGC coin. Ours, however, are all blast white beauties like you see on your screen. There is nothing like a wow coin. You can see it. When you get to the close-up shots, which we'll go through again, look at the detail. I mean, the breast feathers on the eagle, you can count every single one of them, and they are like doing standing out. The hairline above the ear, the tiara with the word liberty, it is in the open fields. No bag marks. Well, they can't exist if it's a 66. Crazy, huh? Outright crazy. Here's some other fun things. There is one year in our history that is known as the Wild West year. It's 1881. How can I say that? Listen to what was going on in 1881, right? Bat Masterson, right, has his last gun battle in Dodge City. We have Billy the Kid shot by Pat Garrett. We have the Earps and the OKO3, the gunfight at the OK Corral. Excuse me there. Right? We have President Garfield assassinated. Right? Chester Arthur becomes the new president. This is all going on at this crazy time in our history. Westward expansion and the need for silver. We found the silver from the Comstock lode, a byproduct of the let's go west, the gold rush. Great stuff. Oh, by the way, guys, give me a 30-second clock. One more small tidbit to answer, just to think about. The modern Morgan program. Remember I talked about the modern and the old Morgans? The modern program started in 2021, 100th anniversary of the last Morgan. They made 175,000 San Franciscos, right? In high grade, which is a 70 today, a 70, there are 32,951 of them. And it sells for more money than this does. This is one of the finest known specimens. It's actually rarer, and it's 140 plus years old. It doesn't get much better than this. And the unfortunate thing is we just don't find them that often anymore. So enjoy it. That is a phenomenal shot of the reverse of this 81S. But it is time for me to be moving on.